Alrighty, my friends. You're just joking? Of course you had to work. Completely forgot about it when you said you should forget and get relaxed. Oh, alright, good. Successful forgetting. What you want to see is Rand's first experience with big red and blue. I don't know what that is. GG Satisfactory time, you know it. Okay, so what do foundations take? Concrete and iron plates. So I need a ton of that if I'm going to start building walls and stuff. Whoops. What else have we got? We got a lookout tower. Okay. Bear belts, normal power stuff. Okay. Oh, we have the MAM unlocked too. I'm going to build this and the space elevator where our permanent structure is going to be. So it's time to pave the world. What's up, Twisted Soul? What are biters? Are biters the spiders? Oh, I ran out of power. Let's go get probably fuel, I assume. There, a stack of that. Put that here, there. Okay. So, kind of what I want to do is just let all this run for a bit. While I go figure out how I want to actually build my base. How I want my factory to be set up. So, let me go up to above Crater Lake and kind of get a setup. Lookout tower is very useful for exploring. Okay. I don't think I ever use it for exploring. That's cool. So I don't have any overarching goal this run. The only... usually when I play Satisfactory, I just kind of build as I figure it out. I want to be a little more well planning this run, but I also don't want to be like locked into some strict thing. I kind of want to have a centralized, this is what I want to build around, and kind of my idea as I've been planning for this run is I want to have a centralized building area where we have our hub, crafting station, space elevator, all right next to each other. Maybe space elevator a little bit separated because it's just so huge. But from where our hub and crafting station and like MAM are all centralized, I want a storage area coming off of it that has all of the things that my factory is building. It's like kind of a centralized final location of storage. That way I just have easy access to get any item we build in the game. I know that there's so many items in the game that it might be hard to make that be super well organized or condensed. But that's kind of my overarching goal, to have a centralized crafting area with storage real close by. What's up, Spectre? So that's what I want to kind of go scout out and figure out. Kind of start, plan, and visualize the build of how we're going to try to make that happen. Is this Satisfactory? This is Satisfactory. This is Satisfactory. Such a fun game. Can I build a lookout tower? I do have materials, so I could actually build one over here, and we can kind of maybe look down at where I want to build and figure out the plan. Reminds you of Crisis. Is Crisis a first-person shooter game? It's definitely different than that. With the open-world exotic plants, okay. Alright, so right over here should be the Crater Lakes, I think. What's that sound? I think it was birds, random birds. Yeah, here we go. Here's Crater Lake. Let me pick this guy up, because I haven't picked this up yet. Okay, so this beautiful, gorgeous, scenic view is where we're gonna turn into a factory. This is gorgeous. Let's pave it, make it look horrible. One good thing about building here is we have access to so much water. But if we are going to build here, what we don't want to do is make it so that the water is hard to get access to. Like, we want to make sure we're building high enough that the water pumping stations, whatever they're called, aren't like bumping into our factories. So, okay, why can't I get up here? What the hell? Let's build a lookout tower. I keep hearing something. Is there an animal about to attack me? Build a lookout tower, kind of climb to the top. Kind of visualize what we're going to do here. Did I build it in the middle of a tree? I kind of did. So what is my thinking? I kind of feel like maybe I want to have a home station here while the factory gets built out over top of that. Is that what I want to do? If I build like my centralized area like over the middle of these two lakes, like right here, then I could have my factory kind of extend out that way and maybe have my storage extend over the lakes or something like that. So maybe I want a centralized platform over this middle area, and then we can kind of expand off of that. That might be what I want to do. Ouch. Okay. How much concrete do I have? So if I want to be able to get access to that, well, how could I put stuff on my bars? If I go, what is it? 5, 6, 7. Which ramp type do I want to use? Probably this one. Put the shallowest one and then the deepest one there. So if I'm going to have a global grid, whatever I set up here would be the start of that global grid. So I want this to kind of be orientated the way I want it to be. So maybe something like this. And I'm out of concrete already. Okay. Do I have any stone on me? I have very little. Okay. I thought I grabbed concrete. Let me go grab my concrete. I think I grabbed everything but concrete. I'm going to go over here and start building the kind of ground level floor structure for what will eventually be an amazing triumph of factory planning and execution. Your minds will all be blown, I promise. And there's poison stuff. Okay. Don't shoot me, bro. Where's that concrete? It should be right over here, I think. Because once I get the base put down, I can start the process of actually transferring everything over to where our actual factory, actual Satisfactory will be. There it is. Let's go get all the concrete. God, I hope there's at least one stack. There's exactly one stack. Okay. Alright, we'll take enough stuff that we can make some extra. If we need to. Just to get the base of this thing started. Okay. You know what I might start by doing is making a platform to get up there. I want this to all be on the global grid, so let me actually start. Somebody said something about a global grid. How? Snap to guidelines. Control. Interesting. Is that the global grid when I hold that button? I wonder if that's what that is. I get up there from here. Okay, I guess it is background, but I'm just gonna save myself some time for right now. No, I'm not. I don't want to use this up. Gotta go around. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Just go around. Can I go up this way? I think so. Wow, this game is beautiful. I really love the visuals of this game. I need my leg jump upgrades. What are they called? There's like you get like some sort of leg things that make you able to jump higher, I think. Like bionic legs or something. Oh, please tell me I can get up here. Blade runners, yeah, that's what they're called. I'm not gonna be able to get up here, am I? Damn it. I'm gonna have to go all the way around. God, it's annoying. Okay. Alright, we gotta go up over here. Always trying to take a shortcut, man. If I had Blade Runners, I could. And then you eventually get, I think, you get some sort of jetpack, too, which is awesome. It's a short-term thing. Doesn't let you fly a super long time, but anything that gives you better vertical mobility is always super nice. Give me all the leaves. All of them. God, I want to kill this guy, but I cannot take him right now. Oh, God. Ouch. He's actually kicking my arse. Oh, she should be healing. I think this... Ooh, I have an extra hand slot now. Nice. That is a full heal. So if I... There we go. Now I can carry two things. It's a miracle. I now have two hands. The upgrade gave me a second hand. Best upgrade ever. Gave me a second hand. Alright, so let's see. Now that I have some concrete, how I want to build this thing out. Maybe I want to go from this platform up. Maybe this would be better. If I went up this way and this led to the center of our plate, nah, I like coming from the center. I think it'd be more centralized. Alright, so I'm going to deconstruct this. We're going to make this ramp. And I want it to snap to guidelines. Which I guess means this is the global grid or something. Which, wow, it's not giving me much angle to work with there. Okay, how about there? How about there? So I assume with this snap to guidelines, that means if I go over here and I hit left control, this would be something that lines up as somebody said, a global grid kind of thing. All right, how high do I want this to be? That is the question. How high? I feel like I'm going to want this to have a decent height to it. If this is going to be my main central area, I'm going to want it to be pretty high up so we can build... Oh, I don't have to build the thing underneath it. So I can build underneath it and not have clearance issues with collecting water. I want to get above about the middle of this area. So something like... Get our main flat platform, something like this. This could be our central area. How do I like this? It's got a good view if it weren't, you know, really dark at night right now. Big centralized platform. We would put our MAM, we would put our hub, put our crafting station, and then maybe we could make it so we go down by the waterfall. We could maybe get a ramp down over to get over to that area. Okay, so that used a lot of concrete. Let me deconstruct the ones that are not needed, that I put as supports that aren't really needed. When you were a super noob, you were nervous about building high. It took a while just to embrace the giant platforms. Yeah. I'm going to deconstruct some of these so I have concrete to build a way to get up and down to where, to this area easier. Embrace the giant platforms. Embrace them. Okay. There we go. Okay. When I have more concrete, I can fill in these bottom and put, like, you know, pillars if I need to. But for now, I need materials. That's ramp. That's ramp. Okay. Cool. So that will be... That's the base starting ramp up to where the main central portion of our factory will be. Now I want easier access down to these starting materials that I can build conveyor belts to. So I basically want one big long ramp going down this way, I think. And I'm going to do snap to guidelines. Where's the angle going to be? Okay, so there's just 4 main directions this can go. So it looks like if I want to go down, it needs to be something like that. Okay, let's see if that works. And let's go the right direction, get us down to where we're going. I think so. Okay. A little awkward, but that works. We're totally ruining this waterfall right now, but that's fine. I won't be able to go down that far with this, but this will give us quicker access eventually once we get all the... Oh, it's gonna run right into this rock. Okay. This... Yeah, this will work great. This is almost... Oh, this is nice. This is heading almost directly to where our concrete, our stone thing is. Very nice. 1, 2. We'll build right through this thing. And actually... Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be a beautiful view. We can go right by the waterfall. Oh, this is... This rock right here you can explode, and there's gonna be a... I think a... whatchamacallit in there? A...
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem.
Oh my gosh.
World President urges all citizens to do
there's a
their
slug
part
inside
and
there.
harvest alien artifacts.
Okay, I think there's a Mercer spear in there. That's why it's making that weird sound. Alright, can I survive this? I'm gonna try to survive this fall. To get over there. Alright. Whee! Base jumping! It's great! Okay, the underwater view is a little awkward. You like how it can be worked into the terrain? Yeah, like the platforms and stuff you build? Yeah, absolutely, it's great. Okay, just need this concrete. I hope this thing's still building and not run out of power. I can't get up there from here, damn it. God, my lack of verticality is driving me crazy right now. Jamaican me crazy. Well, what we'll do is we'll go stop by our main base to grab materials and then head back up there and grab some more concrete. Our main temporary base. Don't kill me. Okay, not too bad. Okay, go put more leaves in here. Have all of the leaves. Take all. Does this thing have power? It does. This guy does not have power. Flowers. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna grab all of those guys. Only 2 stacks, yeah, we'll take all of them. And wire, we have plenty of wire, I'll just take that. Okay, and how are we doing on our next milestone here? I actually could do it all. You know what, I will do this. I was thinking about not doing it, but since not taking concrete, which is the main thing I want, go ahead and launch that. Beautiful. All right, that unlocks the next
milestone
tier,
reached.
I think.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split,
yeah,
and
splitter's
to
awesome.
increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory.
Kind of getting the base things we need for our factory to get started.
When it comes to factory logistics, to streamline short-range transportation.
Tier 2.
The productivity display will help you measure and improve
belts,
the productivity of
awesome
individual
shop,
buildings
awesome
to aid
sink,
with optimization.
Jump pad, chainsaw, solid biofuel, copper sheets. All right, all good stuff. We'll select this one first, but we're not going to actually get into that yet because before I do all that stuff, I might want to go up to the next area, start transferring stuff up to our actual factory, which is going to take some belts. I want to make it so I can actually get between where these resource nodes are and our factory. Because making this really long run around every time is not the most fun. I mean, it's so much fun. I need my, what is it we got at the end of our last playthrough? Like a Jeep or an all-terrain vehicle you get? I forget what that was called. Although it was a little buggy because I remember it would disappear. Even though it was showing up on the map, it would disappear because I think it was falling through the ground. I think it kept falling through the world. Alright, there we go. It's out of power. Good thing we brought some solid fuel with it, or some biofuels with us. The Explorer, that's right, the Explorer. Dora the Explorer. Alright, go turn this guy back on. Have some biofuels. Only 144 concrete. Really? That's all you made so far? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna need a lot more than that. Let me build a bunch real quick. Production. Craft bench. Let me make a bunch of concrete. I can manually do this for a bit because I just need a lot more than what this thing's making. Get down to where we only have 100 stone in our inventory here. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, now let's make our way up there. Which, how do we have to do that? Over this way. They did not make getting up to the Crater Lakes easy. I guess they really wanted to make the player work for it. I will say I wanted to build up in the Crater Lake last time I played, so this is actually I'm really glad. I'm excited about the location we're using, even if it's pretty remote and hard to get to. It's gonna be awesome once we have a factory set up there and we can get around the map easier. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Convincing myself because of how much hoofing around we have to do to get it back and forth from up there. Don't mind me, flame spitting dude. Just living my best life over here. Oh, and I might even want to make it so I can get access to it from like the side and stuff. Can I do that? Yeah, I can go like down here. Okay. So if I were to do something like that, build over here. Okay, there we go. Now I can get over to that area easier. Go through here. So gonna kind of go through. Oh, I can't go through there. Okay. I can go through there. Perfect. It's a little awkward. That might mean I want to have this go. I want this to be one straight line. I'll change that later. It's fine for now. Just want the ability to get up here currently. I feel like they've improved the snapping of these. I feel like this used to not to snap as well. So I'm happy about that. Zoop? Question mark? Yes, that is a question mark. I have no idea what the answer is. Okay, so that gets me here. Now if I want to get up to there. let's go snap to global grid around here. So that would be 9. Snap to guidelines. Okay, not exactly there. Go up that way, or I go up this way. So we'll go like, come on, right there. Zoop mode is quicker. What is Zoop? I have no idea what that is. If you tell me what it is, I will totally use whatever that is. Haven't played this game since many months. Probably need to give it a new try. Apparently a lot of people are thinking that. This game is so great. I love this game. Press R. Maybe when I'm in this mode. R. Zoop! Okay, I did not know that was a thing. Oh! Well, apparently Zoop is something different. Build up to 10 foundations at once. Ah, okay. Let me do... Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. That's what somebody was telling me about earlier. Okay. Okay. That once I start building foundations... So if I were to go... Let's play with this. If I were to go like this... Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Okay, I will definitely be using that. Okay. I did not know that was a thing. I think that's new since the last time I played. I'm pretty sure that didn't exist last time I played. And so now we can get up there. We have almost a straight line up to our base. Now we need to get platform from here down to our other area over there. It's not like you don't. It's not that you don't like the game. You actually really like it. But there are so many things to be built and rebuilt to become lazy. Yeah, that's understandable. This game, once you get late game, the builds become very very complicated, that's for sure. Hey, get zooped on! Zooperu. Alright, I don't like that there's a plant come through there, but once we get chainsaw, we can cut that down, I think. Woo! Nice! Alright, we can now get up to our base. Awesome. So now, if I want to, I can start the long and tedious process of moving all of this up there. Do I want to do that? I kind of do want to do that, actually. I kind of want to get this set up there. Which, if I do that, that means we're not going to be powered down here. So maybe I get a little bit more set up. Let me maybe do this next. See if I can get this stuff all completed before I do that. So I need 500 screws and 200 cables. Zoop is hot liquid food stuff. I've never heard of that. Okay. Alright, you're all currently working, right? Yeah, you almost had it. Oh! Round of flowers right as I got here. Okay, let's go grab some of this stuff. There we go. There. And that one's good. Okay, so 200 wires. Cables. Alright, we got plenty of that. We just gotta auto or manually make this. This will take a bit. I think this might be the last one of these I manually do. I think I'm going to start transferring all the stuff over there after we do this. How am I going to set this up? think I need to figure out how I want to have my verticality set up. Like how big each floor I want to make. How big of a floor or each level of my factory do I want it to be? Last time I had a pretty big floor for each level. That's plenty. Let's do that. 500 screws. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Zoop is a restaurant chain that specializes in soup. You highly recommend the loaded baked potato. I don't really like baked potatoes, but okay. Can you plan how high floors need to be? Yeah. The height of buildings is different, so it depends on what you want to build on each floor. My main factory floor is going to be constructors and assembly machines. Eventually it'll be the ones that take 4 items, but constructors take 1 input and 1 output. I think it's assembly machines, I think, take 2. And then there's another one that takes 4, I think. So the main levels of my factory are going to need to be able to handle that. Like side areas off my factory, if you do things like oil derricks or whatever they're called, those need to be really tall. What is the appliance that takes the most space? Take that in consideration. Yeah, for sure, for sure. We definitely have to consider that. All right, this is very tedious. Hold this with my other finger here. Yeah, I definitely don't want to have to do this manually anymore. So we need to start getting some more permanent automation construction going on. So floor height 4 times then, or 5 if need better access. Yeah, we can kind of look at it when we go back over there to plan it. Kind of visualize it.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts.
Alright, so I'm not going to do any more of those right now.
Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note, project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
Alright, so what did we just unlock? We unlocked the assembler. So we can actually like, well, yeah, we can actually look at this and see how tall it is and say, okay, we need it to be taller than this. And what I used before and what I really like to do is conveyor lifts. These, when I started playing last time, these were one of my favorite things they added. Vertical conveyors are so cool. They let you build in 3rd dimension a lot more conveniently, so I really like playing with those. I can hit the spacebar once, it'll handcraft forever. Oh, thank you. That is really good to know. Alright, so this is going to take 5 minutes for that delivery to happen. So in the meantime, what do I want to start setting up? How large is this? Can I pick this up while the pod is away, or will that mess everything up? It's going to depower everything, is what I don't like. You know what I can do? I can create quick power stations that it doesn't depower everything. Make a couple of these real quick, and that will solve that problem. This guy will plug into that guy, this guy will plug into that guy after I deconstruct these guys. Take that out. Throw that into there. Take that out. Throw that into there. That's not what we're doing. Take it out of here. Go. Okay, so yeah, time to science. We're gonna deconstruct the hub. And now the pod will return in. It'll probably just wait till I rebuild the hub. I'm gonna guess that's probably how that works. Now if I do that, turn everything back on. Do that. And this stuff will continue to work. while we go move our hub. So we can go build the hub, the crafting station and the MAM, and we can kind of figure out how we want to build around that. And then maybe start the plan for how I want to build my long storage hallway that I want to do, or centralized storage hub, however I want to make that work. Nice, that'll make it easier to get on there without me thinking I'm going to fall off the edge of the world. Grab concrete. Thank you, sir. Go. Beautiful. All right. So much easier to get around the world now. Yes. Although the really annoying thing is I'm going to hear that whispery voice every time I walk by this, what is it called? Mercer sphere every time. I love this. I just get the lovely view of a waterfall, I say as I almost fall off.
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
It's a little freaky, honestly, the way that does that. I'm a little worried about falling off here. I'm actually going to do that. Deconstruct these guys. Is there a way to deconstruct multiple zoop mode? Yeah. So hold control. There it is. Nice. Now that's going to help a lot. Speed up. Whoops. Cancel. Don't deconstruct the one I'm standing on, please. There we go. Okay. Okay. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay. Okay, you know, I actually had that set up and play it a way that probably worked better. Let's see if I could fix this. If I were to deconstruct you, do this, there. That goes through the terrain. I cannot easily walk up that though. That's slightly awkward. Placement works well for that. Awkward here. I wish I could bulldoze this terrain. Alright. That's fine. Now I want to get quickly over to where that is. I guess we just run this for right now. Oh, and here's materials for something we dropped off. Oh yeah, the Mercer sphere I was talking about. There it is. Come on, there it is. That's where I want you to go. No voxel tools in this game? No, I don't think so. I don't think they want to allow the player to destroy terrain. Alright, so this... We'll probably have like doors here. And so what I want is big central area starting probably about here. And we put our hub right in the middle here. Let's see how we want to set this up. Something like this. Kind of want the entry place that I'm going to be going all the time to be centralized. So we walk right up to this. I want my storage to be that way, I think. Where do I want my crafting station? Alright, what are we gonna want to next unlock? Chainsaw, solid biofuel, jump pads, awesome sink, probably not that stuff, level 2. So probably obstacle clearing and logistics. So let's do this one's cheaper. Okay, so that one will be next. Let us make a platform that we don't fall off. Go, go, go. There it is. Okay. Okay. And so the thing I wanted to be able to do, the kind of plan I wanted to have, now let's throw a bunch of stuff we don't need in here now. This, is, I want whatever my factory is doing up and around to the side, wherever it's going, I want the final output of what it creates to be to a storage area that's a big long hallway that I have access to here. I want to just be able to grab all whatever materials I need quickly and easily as much as possible. Do I like this position? Do I want to move it over? I feel like that works decently well. So if I have that there, and then maybe I can have my MAM and my... maybe I have my construction and my MAM right on the outside of this. Let's see here. There are explosives in the game? Yes. They affect terrain, and they do damage, but only to very specific terrain types. There are certain rocks you have to blow up to get special stuff from inside of them. I'm missing reinforced iron plates for that. I can make craft bench. Is this a craft bench? Yes, I need a workstation is what I need. Put this right here. Does that look good? Is that centered? Yeah, that looks... actually, I want that back a little bit more. I'm being so anal about this because this is going to be like my... This is going to be my long-term setup. Do I like that? We got a door we can go through to the back side. We can access this easily. Nice. So next I want the MAM right here. Can I make 5 reinforced plates with what I have? This is the wrong thing. But I can make beacons now, though. Nice. Reinforced iron plates? I think I can. I need, what, 5 of those? Okay. The other thing I need to think about, and this is something I've been thinking about off stream, is how do I want to handle high amounts of smelting? Do I want to make one centralized smelting location for each material, or do I want to on-site smelt? I always preferred on-site smelting because it's more efficient for your belts if you smelt on-site. So I'm probably going to continue with on-site smelting. There we go. Alright, so that's guys kind of centered there. What about kind of like that? Does that look about even? That looks about even. And what do you do, ma'am? Hello, ma'am. Yeah, we start researching some stuff. Okay, let's start grabbing some of the stuff that we have that we can research. So that would be these guys, slugs. All right. Start research, 3 seconds. All right. Biomass.
New recipe unlocked.
It's your base. Make it to your way choosing. That's what I'm gonna do. I am totally gonna do that. Oh, I can make. Oh, it's biomass versions of these things. Oh, okay. Rebar gun. That's a pretty fun weapon to play with. Okay, medicine inhaler. I do want that. I don't have some of the other materials. I need to actually use that, but inventory slots. Oh man, I need 1,000 wire, but I really want that. Oh, it's a hand equipment slot. And that's inventory slots. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that. Okay, what else can we do? We can do this one. Okay. Do this guy.
New object added to the object scanner.
Bacon, agoric. I haven't got agoric, whatever. I haven't done any of that yet. This teaches about power shards for overclocking, which I believe they're going to be doing some changes to overclocking in the next update. So I'm probably going to try to design around not overclocking this playthrough, at least until the new update comes out. What is that, next month or whenever? Okay, so let's throw these in there. Power slugs, this. Throw all this stuff away there for right now. Okay. So now, let's figure out how we want to set up. One of the challenges of setting up a base that goes vertical is actually getting up to the higher levels. If I'm going to make a big long hallway of storage going this way, I'm not going to want to do any construction there. I feel like I actually want to have my first level of construction actually be a level above this. Which, how do I want to get up to that? Do I make a secondary ramp that goes up to that? It's going to have to be... This thing's going to have to actually launch, so maybe I might need this to be all open. I know if I'm going to set up my space elevator, I probably do that like over here, because that has to be open to space. So maybe what I do... No, maybe I do space elevator over there, and this wide open area over here is where the factory proper goes up to. I think I like that. That would be something like this. Just a couple levels going up here. How tall? How tall? Man, that's going to be so convenient for this to make larger things. What's our level looking like here? Right, this is going to be our base level. So this would be the start to our factory proper. Above this large, amazing, awesome looking crater lake. Something like this. Do I like that? Do I like this? I think I like this. So we'll put our space elevator over there. Have a big, long storage. Okay, let's figure out how we would move stuff out of here then. We need to figure out workflow, material flow. So if I'm going to have a long line of storage containers, let me build one to kind of visualize how I want this to work. Basically, I want to walk from where I do all my construction here to grab materials, to be able to grab items. So let me put that there. So it would come in this way. The thing I got to think about, this is where I want to be able to grab stuff from. If I'm delivering stuff here for me to grab, this is like the final location. If I want intermediate location for, like, I'm creating iron plates that go somewhere else, I would probably have another area for that. But what if I just did this? I know signs are a thing now. So this would like be displaying what item is there. Which one of these is centered? Are you centered? You are not centered. So this would be, do I like this? gonna be a pretty tight fit in here. Maybe I want to go back a little bit. That is centered on that thing, but... Oops. So maybe instead of centered on that, we have it right there. How do I like that? And that would be a little display thing right there that I'm out of concrete for. That's a little too far. I don't like that. A little too far. So instead of right there, what if we go back 2? How about that? Once I get one lined up, though, the rest will line up fine. 1, 2. Is that even? I think that's even. Have a little more space to run through. Okay. So that's kind of a idea of how that would start. And the materials that we would build up there would all come down into here. And I'd have storage to go and grab plates, screws, all the other random stuff. We would, and again, I think I like that. Now the next thing is, how are we going to deliver materials here? And that's one thing we got to think about. Not cutting off our water, access to our water. If I had belts coming over the water to deliver up here, that could make it so I can't set up water pumps. So I feel like what I want to do is bring materials maybe up the side, never over the water, and then bring it up. Bring it up one side, then in, it runs through, and the outputs come out. I'm trying to visualize how I want to make this happen. I want the outputs to be on this left side, or the big long storage. Is that what I want? Or do I want it that back and it comes back around? What would be better? I don't know. Let's go get more concrete while I think about this. Let's get more concrete because we need... God, we need a lot of concrete for this. I might need to make a second constructor of concrete just to start getting the foundations of this thing put together. I'm trying to do better than previous runs about planning. So I'm not like 40 hours into this run and I'm like, God, I don't like this. I got no space left. Alright, good. But we can now get down here a lot easier, so that's nice. One day we'll have a slide that we can slide all the way down this. I feel like I've seen a video of a player in this game using the power lines to like zip line. Is that in the game, or was that something I saw for update 6 that's coming up? Well, you just walked right through my platform, bro. Does anybody know what the zip line thing, is that something I can unlock with the current update, or if that's the next thing? You didn't see my other playthroughs? How big does the factory get? Oh man, they get huge. My last factory was probably... How many levels was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I was up to the 6th or 7th level. So you see the size of that rock? It's probably a story or two higher than that, and like a huge box. Just factories get huge in this game. Just frickin' huge, man. Frickin' huge. How much? This has more wattage. So now that I have a splitter, I can actually increase this. And let me do that. Create a second thing of these guys, which would be a production constructor. And I don't have reinforced iron plates. I can make those real quick. The zip line is in the game now. It's in the MAM research. Cool. I really look forward to doing that. I would love to zip line down all this stuff. That sounds amazing. I should plan my builds around the ability to zip line around my factory, if possible. Okay, I need mergers and splitters. So splitter will be. I want to do this. Let's go 4, 5, and on 6. This will be the small foundation. 6. Alright, so that's merger. Again, temporary. This is all temporary. And splitter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this right here. I think I need to move these a little bit. Go. Double our production here. Production constructor. Bam. And bam. This guy into there. This guy into a little bit further forward here. Come. There. There we go. All right, this will double our construction, our concrete construction rate. There, and yep, that's all that. Okay, good. Power these guys. Go. And we make a merger. Don't fall. This is stuff we'll eventually put inside of our main base, but for now this is just to build our base. Temporary. It's all temporary. There we go. So now I can come by here, pick up a whole bunch more concrete. Very nice. Yesterday, Toyota repaired your car with a software update, and by repair, you mean they broke it. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, let's go grab materials from what's going on downstairs over there. How do I get down over this way? How did power do it? 6 more biomass. Throw some wood in there for now, then. Biomass and drop it off over here. Because all the raw resources that are down here, we're going to do some on-site smelting down here. I'm going to need to get centralized power going, too. Nice, we're getting some stuff over here. Very nice. Okay, so there's all that stuff. Let's get power. Do you have other recipes now for this? Yes, I can do alien carapace, organs, wood, and leaves. Okay, still the leaves is what I have the most of, though. Well, we don't actually have that many leaves right now. 2. Okay. All right. Obstacle clearing. That will let us get wood, and then we could do wood into biomass. So I'm probably gonna have to do like a little side power station to start. That's all biomass until we get coal power and all that unlocked. So what's the first thing I want to do to get resources back? Do I want to start building the long... conveyor belt. How do I want to do this? Probably I should get power set up first. Power is usually one of the first things you need to get going in these games, right? If I don't have power, things aren't going to run anyway. So let's figure out how we're going to power all this. We're going to be able to unlock this chainsaw. Once we have the chainsaw, we'll be able to chop wood a lot easier and turn it into power a lot quicker. Or into biomass to power all of our stuff. Let's get that planned out, a starting power build. How much concrete do I have? 406, nice, okay. So, do I have enough? Yeah, with that, I should have enough. Yeah, we can get the chainsaw unlocked. Navigation system is all wacky now. You're driving on the freeway, and it thinks you're taking a stroll through the nearby park. That's what happened when they did a software update. So it basically broke your Google Maps, right? They broke your Google Maps, though, dog. Yo, dog, don't break my Google Maps. Alright, so where... Okay, I can't get up this way. We can go up this way, alright. Where do I want to do... power? Probably, again, since temporary, I might do a power station here of centralized biomass power station. I think that's what I want to do. Gotta love that in-tune suite from Toyota. CarPlay 4 to win. Okay. Alright, well, I said it was going to be the last time I do it, but I'm going to manually make all these things. So, this, and we got to make all these guys again. So, cables. Spacebar. There it is. Save my trigger finger, my mouse finger. Are some people even capable of navigating nowadays without Google Maps? Me? Of course, if you go to the same place over and over, it's not that hard. When I'm not streaming, there's like only 3 places I go to. Wherever I get dinner, and then my church job. Alright, we're going to actually need a lot of cables for power lines, so I'm going to let this go for a bit. Although I will say, if you live in a big city, you probably do want to have Google Maps or Waze just to know where to avoid traffic. It's a BMW, not a Toyota. Don't tell anyone. Oh. Don't buy exotic, co-developed cars is your advice. Don't worry, I'm probably never going to buy a Beamer. Probably if I get another car at some point, I would probably want to go electric is what I would want to do. Just because it seems amazing to not have to go to the gas station. Although I still kind of want to wait a few years because I feel like it's still kind of a pain to get fueled up, since not every place has, you know, electric stations or whatever. I wonder how hard it is to get your car powered if you're going on long trips or something. Okay, that's good. And then we need 500 screws. Took your BMW to Toyota repair shop and were surprised they messed it up. I would assume that it's a place that specializes in that kind of stuff. You took your Toyota labeled BMW to a Toyota shop. What does that even mean? What is a Toyota labeled BMW? I don't even know what that means. Electra's just not there yet for your liking. Yeah, I like a lot of what Electric's doing, but I don't think it's convenient enough. Like, gas stations are everywhere. There's a lot of places I go and I see like, oh, at this mall there's a place to plug your car in. That's cool. But like, if I was gonna go on a road trip to Oregon randomly, could I take my electric car the whole way? I feel like it might be pretty difficult to find plug-in stations. There's probably maps of where plug-in stations are, but that just kind of worries me to be stranded somewhere. All right. Okay. I hope this. I hope I don't have to do this too many times for unlocks. Too many more times. Once I do this, this will let me set up power, right? Yeah, chainsaw. I can get chainsaw, get wood. That should help centralize my power station better. Bigger cities have superchargers, but more rural areas are problematic. You drive hybrid and you enjoy it. Not plug-in hybrid. It repowers from the engine, but it still gets 60 miles per gallon. That's what my friend has. I thought about getting hybrid when I got my last car, but it was just way more expensive than what I could currently afford. So that I might go hybrid next. Might be the way to go. All right.
Milestone reached. Biofuel will ensure maximum efficiency
now I can make a
of
chainsaw?
biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production,
Beautiful.
you are now capable of removing foliage that
5
consists primarily of
reinforcements.
wood. Additionally, R&D inflated your pocket dimension.
Hey, my pocket dimension means my inventory space was increased. That's awesome. Electric's massively supply constrained. They can't make enough cars for real mass adoption. Yeah. All right. Does that make a chainsaw? I need 160 screws now. Okay. Battery tech and colder climate is what makes you doubt it. Ah, okay. I didn't realize the cold was a big issue. Hybrid engines are only 1K to 2K more at this point, but state registration fees double or triple if you run hybrid. Oh, that's crazy. It's almost like they don't want you to be efficient and buy cheap. Of course, I'm sure that depends on your country and all that. The other thing I was worried about is I've heard horror stories of people whose the battery died in their hybrid and it cost them thousands to get that replaced. I don't know if that's still an issue, but I've heard horror stories of that. There we go. All right, we got a chainsaw. This should help. I have to fuel it though, right? I need to actually put biofuel in it, which is solid biofuel. Takes any type of biomass. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so much better. Yeah, this is going to be great. Good power supply right here. It just turned on. Yo, dog. I'm crafting stuff. Don't chainsaw the crafting station. Okay. Alright, so now I should be able to chop wood. Set up a wood to biofuel supply line, and then run that into a power station. That's what I'm gonna do next. Oh, flight guy's coming back. Where is he? I hear him. Oh, there he is. Welcome back, sir. Which milestone will I want to do next? I think it's logistics for better conveyors and the stackable poles. Yeah, that'll be next. Okay, so now we have this. Let's set up our power station. This, I'm going to say temporary, but will probably be more long-term than I actually want it to be. But let's see how well this works. Okay, that gives you leaves, wood, and flower petals. Okay. Alright. Time to prove...
The mycelia within this fungus suggests strong molecular bonding features frequently observed in adhesives
proves that it's
and
time for us
medicine,
to
both beneficial for field
face this planet.
A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Can't do that one? Alright, beautiful. Okay, so let's get a power station over here. This will be, again, temporary power station. It's all temporary. 6 control. Let's cancel that. Let's do a taller one. Control. Can I get this higher up? Yeah, how about like right? I want to line this up. Kind of with that. Something like this. Yeah, something like this should work. So what I can do is I want to be able to pick up the biofuel and then put it into the power station. So when we're coming from this side, I want to insert stuff here. So I'll do like storage. We'll do one for leaves and one for wood. One for leaves, one for wood. Leaves. And wood. If it's red, it means I can't walk on it. I should not try to walk on stuff that's not there yet. Okay. No. Stop it. That. And that. In the case of biofuel rage, it is wasteful, takes away farmland. Oh god, I don't want to start a political discussion about what's good or bad about all that stuff. Okay, so power. So 2 constructors and then a bunch of biomass burners. So the stuff for the biomass burners, I need 4 reinforced plates. 4 reinforced plates is what I need here. Man, thank you for telling me about spacebar. That makes this so much nicer to manually create some stuff. You're hoping for hydrogen to pick up momentum, clean and nearly limitless. Hydrogen power, huh? Isn't the worry about that one where like it's really dangerous because it explodes if it gets near any heat or something like that, like the blimp or whatever that happened long time ago? Okay. So these are right next to each other. Is this gonna work? I think this will work actually. I do that. What's lined up? Is that lined up? Let me check if those are lined up. That looks good. So go like that. And like that. Okay. So this one's for plant biomass. Leaves. This one's for wood biomass. Okay. And then I'm going to have a merger. Right here. That's not quite centered. Even if it's semi short term, I want it to be centered here. Does that look right? That does not look right. I have to get used to practicing. Oh, there's a green line when it's correct. There we go. Hopefully that's orientated correctly. Beautiful. And I'm going to be anal retentive about a lot of this stuff that I used to not be anal retentive about. That has a nice clean turn. Looks good. This is going to be biomass. It's going to go to... Where's the center? Center's here, so if you go back 2. And then turn it. It'll be centered, I think. Yeah, perfect. So this is going to go to a storage right here. That will be where I pick up the biomass. And look, there's a creature there. Creature, what are you doing? And this will be where all the biomass comes out. We can grab it and throw it into our stuff. Is that even? Is that straight? Looks good. And we're going to pick that up and throw it into power plants, which we will set up right here. This game does not seem to have much salt in it. That's why I enjoy it so much. The game is a lot less salty. One of the many reasons I enjoy this game. Also, it's just a great game. Okay, so we're going to start power stations. Okay, we're going to make a bunch of these guys. How do I want to do this? I have an empty space here. Let's do it this way. Four of those guys. How do I mirror these guys? Like this, I think. One. You say that's like it's a bad thing that there's no salt. 2, 3. Alright, so 4 biomass burners. I deserve some chill streams. Thank you. I sure think so. Alright, and then how do we power these? This will all be one big power grid. Wait, does that work? Do they split all their stuff? I'm not sure if I have to keep separate power grids for this. I guess I'm gonna have to check. I sure hope I can combine these onto a single power grid and they won't all... I think it'll split the load. Is that centered? I think it's centered. Okay. Oops. This is how I did large power setups previously. You get salty with yourself when you when you mess up the math. Yeah, that's the way you get salty in this game, is you mess up the math. That's right. Okay. And now I can bring a power line into the middle of these guys. Okay. Where's the middle? Right there. That's good. Alright. So this will be our beginning power grid. Just gotta throw some biofuel in here to start it. Let's split. There. There. Alright, so is that gonna start these guys up? Wood flowing, leaves flowing. Nice. Alright, this is our first little bit of a factory. Creating biomass for fuel for these guys. Crap. Hold on a second. I need one more. I need to turn these into one more thing, I think. Yeah, biomass into the solid fuel. I missed one step. It's okay, I left space. I totally, Pastor Ann totally knew what I was doing. One word spiders. That's true. There are spiders that can cause some salt. It's less salt and more primal fear. You know, similar. You don't have a car yet, but you're the kind of person who appreciates practicality and reliability. It might work in cities, but when you want to go somewhere else, charging infrastructure is not there. Yeah. Yeah, that's why, I mean, my car that I got was a Honda Civic. Nothing flashy or anything, but super reliable, super easy to repair. Fairly inexpensive to repair, I think. So I'm hoping it will last me a while. I actually didn't line these up perfectly, and it's gonna probably drive me a little crazy, but you know what? It's temporary, so I'm not gonna let it bother me, because it totally bothers me. Right there. And you are gonna be solid fuels. Just takes biomass, turn into solid biofuel. That Lines up perfectly. Beautiful. There we go. Nice little production line, except that I need you to be powered. All right. Almost self-powering thing here. Only problem is you can't actually insert biofuels into biomass burners automagically, like you can do a lot of other things automagically. So what do we got here? Do I have some biomass in here? I do. I can throw this biomass into here, actually. There we go. Civic's a nice zippy car, not a ton of horsepower, but great responsiveness. Yeah, very good car. Yeah, I had Hyundai before that, and I do not recommend Hyundais. after driving a Hyundai for many, many years, it is no longer one of my first choices for brands of cars. Okay. All right, so now that we got this is our power situation. What I can do is I can bring this power line down to where all my mining is going to be, which then I'm going to need to move all the materials over this way. So, how do I want to do that? One thing I'm slightly curious about. I don't want to go too much further that way because I don't want to stop the amount of water I can get. I don't want to... I'm hoping that this lake will supply all the water needs I will need for my entire game. I don't know if that will be the case, because some of the late game stuff, or at least even oil, takes crap tons of water. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the power lines over this way. Do I even want my power lines to snap to a grid? Are power lines and belts the one thing I will... Looks like snap to guidelines doesn't even work on power lines, so I'm just not even going to worry about that. We will... The one thing I will not worry about global gridding with will probably be power lines and belts, long distance belts. That's probably too much of a hassle to try to make work. But hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to zip down this line and have awesome access to this bottom area down here. It'd be awesome. There. Hopefully we won't run into that guy. Let's go somewhere like that. This is future planning for zipping down this thing. I feel like I would run into that rock. We can adjust it later if needed. I feel like they made the distance that these can go longer than they used to be. Hyundai tried to improve quality ages back when they introduced a 10-year warranty, but it didn't last. Okay. Oof, this is really long. Giggity, that's what she said. Zip line off the waterfall sounds awesome, doesn't it though? It doesn't sound awesome. Alright, there we go. And perfect timing because this thing is out of power. Construct that. And go to here. And actually I shouldn't have done that. No, I guess that's fine. We'll grab off of this line. Which we'll bring down here. Are coppers right underneath this? Yes. So basically converting all these... Basically I'm going to get rid of all the stuff I have constructed over here, but we're converting our power grid to be over here right now. Can I chainsaw? this tree that's going up through here. Where's the tree that's going up through here? Oh crap, I got rid of my biofuel. So I can't chainsaw anything. Okay, we'll do that later then. I used all my biofuel to power our power production. Unsurprisingly. You heard manuals growing out of style because automatic is so efficient nowadays, and developing two different drivetrains costs a lot of money. It would be even more awesome if you could use those tubes as pinpoint cannons. Awesome if you use those tubes as pinpoint cannons, shooting you up and down the waterfall. Tubes, eh? A series of tubes. Okay, I actually just want to plug into these two guys. So this guy is going to plug into those two guys. I'm curious if all this will shut down if I plug this in, because of how much stuff is over here. I feel like I don't quite have all my power supply things on, so before I convert this, now they got a power line over here. Stop it. The next thing I would need to do would be able to get belts, so I'll start. I will start a conveyor belt thing here. Because this will be able to just go in the right direction. Yeah. Bring whatever we're smelting this way. Overlapping. Yeah. Yeah, this stuff's right away, isn't it? So we'll have copper and we'll have iron. How can I do this in a way that won't run over this? I guess if I go this way. Can I go this way? I can. Honestly, I kind of want the conveyor pole so I can stack them before I do this. So I'm gonna hold off on that. It'll be easier to stack them if I do that. Do structures need support? Like when you start a platform from a cliff, can you build it to infinity? There's no support mechanic in this game. No, like, was it 7 days to die, where if you build too much stuff without something hitting the ground, it collapses. Nothing like that. You can have completely floating factories in the game, I think. This. Those Minecraft physics, yeah. Like, I can probably go show that off at my main factory, you know. Disconnect the one pillar that's connected to the ground and everything will just still keep floating, I believe. Okay. I can't wait to zip line this down this waterfall, man. Can't wait. How do you win in this game? Win? I mean, does everything have to be about winning? For one thing, it's early access, so there's probably, even if there was a final goal, it's probably not fully developed. But this game is like Factorio. Winning is playing the game. There is a tech tree that you work your way up to, so winning is probably getting to the top of the tech tree, but there's no, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say there's any particular, this is how you win the game. Let me actually, before I do this, I'm gonna chop down all the stuff. Chopping all the stuff. I need wood and leaves for days. We need lots of biofuel, because it's gonna be our main source of power for a while. Yeah, transport tubes are a long ways off, for sure. Whoops. That is a couple tiers up the tech tree, I believe. It is overkill to use this, but what you'll see about how this works is, watch that tree right there. See that tree? I could walk up to and cut it. I believe, if I do this correctly, it depends on the radius. It actually cuts everything around it. Oh, there was a tree here that got cut down when I used the chainsaw. What's great about the chainsaw is not only that it allows you to cut down trees, in an area around you, all these leaves I'd have to normally pick up manually, see, they all disappear. So it's just a way more efficient way of getting biofuel, which is needed with how much biofuel you need for power early game. So it's basically an AoE picking up ability is what this is. That happens to look like a chainsaw. Alright, cool. That's good. Let's go throw these into our crafter guys here. So leaves and wood. No, where's wood? Surely I got more wood than that. You didn't. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, sorry, Shirley. Alright, so let's start filling these guys. I just need to make sure I keep some on me, so split. Split. Throw like 50 in each of these guys. Make sure we got plenty of power. I don't think there's a mechanic where it wastes, whoops, where it wastes power. I don't think. Like, I don't think these things will run if nothing's eating the power. Alright, so now that we got all these going, this should be plenty of power for all of our stuff downstairs, I think. 45 on us that we will use for using our chainsaw. Can you replant trees? Lots of empty space otherwise? I don't think you can. I think they do regrow naturally in some areas. I don't know what the mechanic on that is, though. Not 100% on that mechanic. I have a man for this mycelia. Yeah, biofuel is just early game. Then you pave over everything. That's correct. That is all early stuff. I need 100 biomass for this. Okay, I will eventually get that. I haven't found bacon agaric yet. And I don't have motors unlocked or those frames. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Do I want to do this? Yeah, sure. That's fine. That'll let us scan for slugs. What is that sound? Is there an animal underneath us? It's driving me crazy. Who's what? Somebody's attacking me or something. I wonder if I can cut down. I don't think I can cut down these things. That would be horrible if you could actually. Those are like biome defining things. Like, I think these leaves have already regrown from what I did earlier. So I'm pretty sure flora regrows. Just like animals kind of repopulate the planet, I think. So what do I need? 50 reinforced plates. That's going to be an expensive upgrade. Am I going to manually make those? If I get screws automated, I could probably do that. Speaking of terrain you can blow up, Ramses, you see this rock? The one that every time I walk next to, we hear this weird voice? That is terrain you can actually blow up once you unlock. I think it's C4.
Harvest it.
Harvest it. Don't tell me what to do. Strange voice in my head. I'll harvest what I want. All them trees are mine. Give me all that wood. Okay. Pave the world, man. Pave the world. I mean, these things are growing on rocks. They shouldn't even be here, honestly. How are you even growing on rocks? Crazy plants. You can't have roots in there. That wasn't creepy at all? I know, right? I think it's supposed to be creepy. I don't remember if that was in the game last time I played. That might actually be the end game stuff. You beat the game by... I think it has something to do with... she said something about the AI of the company you work for, like tells you, Fix-It Company wants to know that we value your, work for our team or whatever. That AI, I think it said something about needs to be fixed or something. Okay, this tree right here. There. No longer clipping through. Fix that. Fixed. Can you change terrain or just make platforms where you need? You can't change terrain except for that little rock area I was just showing. Those special rocks are the only terrain that I know about that you can change. Those rocks and trees and plants that you can, cut down and harvest. Alright, so let's make these change over. These guys are out of biomass. Perfect. And this and this. Those things turn on. That's a good sign. I'm going to... Damn it. What's inside here? Nothing. Okay. Start deconstructing all this stuff. There. All this is running. That means our power grid up top is enough to support all this. Mwah! Okay. Alright. Next question is, do I want to deconstruct all this yet? This is still building stuff for us, so I want to get the belts before I deconstruct stuff, so take all these materials, which I have just barely enough inventory space for. Alright. So I actually want to get the Logistics Mark II so I can make stackable conveyor poles, which means I probably need to deconstruct these guys. I want to be able to bring this copper up to here, and I can... How do I do this? Let me think. How organized and anal retentive do I want to be here? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... That's not what I meant to do. What I'm going to do is take these down. And... conveyor pole. I'm going to have one on the ground here. And we're going to put... Where I put those things is where these poles go is where I'm going to put the stackable poles, and I'm going to do a second layer on top of it. There. So we can get the base layer down that will be stackable once I get stackable poles. Okay, come, there it is. Alright, goes up to... there. Okay. This will be the base layer, which will probably be iron. Then we'll put another stackable pole on top, which will copper. Hey, thanks for getting this up, bye boy. What's up, sir? Alright, so I'm gonna have to kind of go around this, which is, that's fine. It's fine to go around over here. Up to... here. This will want to be on the right side over here. Conveyor belts can go through terrain. I try to avoid doing that because I don't... It doesn't bug me too much, but I'd like to not be too... clipping through the terrain of the game if I can avoid it. Would be cool if there was a little story that all the resources you send into space are repairing an alien doomsday machine that destroys Earth. Now that would be interesting. I don't know if any of that's happening, but that's a cool idea. I will say that when she talked to us earlier, she said something about Earth has been destroyed. You must save it. And I think it was trying to make a, you know, a scare tactic for, you know, convincing you need to harvest me to save your home planet or something. Right, so this is going to be iron. Our first source of iron for our factory. It's not very satisfactory looking, Kappa. That's rude. What are you talking about? I know you're just making a pun, but rude pun. Rude. It's so satisfactory. Couldn't possibly be more satisfactory. That's we're just gonna make that pun over and over, probably. Oh, I can go up to... How far can I go? Yeah, right to there. There it is. I don't know what that yellow is. Yellow says overlapping? I don't think that used to be a thing before. Your work here is done. You made one pun, your work is done. Okay, well done. Don't fall. Don't fall off the edge of the galaxy. One pun, work is done. Okay, go around this way. Over here, and if I go about here, I can place that stackable thing there. I don't think I need this guy here. Although I will keep it there because it's attached to the other thing, although it's kind of in the way of this, so never mind, I'm gonna get rid of it. Alright, so now I gotta figure out where on my factory am I gonna want to have all my inputs of resources, because that's gonna be, we're gonna be throwing in a lot of resources in this thing. So probably I want it to be on the back side over here. So that's my factory. I'm going to want to feed it into the back side is probably what I want to do. So maybe I even want a platform over here that will be a big feeding in platform of resources. That's probably what I want to do. So let's have our first guy be right there. Yeah, where to start ingesting. That sounds technical and stuff. So this is my first, this is the first floor of my factory. Let me figure out how I want to... There's basically be a large... In the future, there'll just be tons of conveyor belts over there. So how am I going to get them into here? I think what I want to do is extend this that way so that there's a back wall that receives all of the material. So let's just extend this as... Oh, no. Okay, we're fine. I keep forgetting. I keep trying to walk on the platforms that I haven't placed yet. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I should stop trying to do that. Like industrial loot and you like loot. It's close. Almost dead. Almost. Almost doesn't count though. We're fine. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. It is the opposite of ingesting, outgesting. Totally. How far can that go? To there. Alright. I love that you can do 10 at a time now. That's awesome. Super cool. Okay. Go like that. So this is gonna be... how do I want to do this? So we can have belts coming from all directions, coming into our factory somewhere here. I also want to keep in mind having access to all this water. So I want there to be clearance underneath for water to be able to be gathered. So if I start at the level where that belt is coming in, I think that gives enough clearance down there. Is there enough clearance, Clarence? What's your vector, Victor? Roger, Roger. I think this will work. I think this will be the edge. So it'd be all across there. All across there. And this big, giant foundation is the start to this factory. So what I'm going to want is walls here. Walls... there's conveyor walls I think you eventually get. There's walls with conveyor things inside of them. So for now, what is this? Oh, little divider guy. Okay. That's cool. Just to give... I'm planning on not putting anything inside of here, giggity. Let's put a basic wall here. So used to you could flip around if that's in or out. Are they the same? Did they change that? Let me actually see. To see which one's inside and which side's outside. Okay, they made them the same. They used to have an in and an out, and I couldn't tell which was which. Again, giggity. Let's go over to about... yeah, right here. Here's our ramp up. Eventually I'll probably want to have some sort of like doorway. There's like big gateway things. But for now that's kind of the frame of what our factory is going to look like. This may look huge, giggity, and it is, but we're gonna be doing a lot of building in here. A lot of automation will be going on. Coloring seems a little off. You can actually change the color later. I don't have the tech to recolor stuff yet. Eventually we'll be able to recolor. I think I changed it to blue previously. Okay, so now that we have that, that's where stuff's going to go into. So I need a lower level that's going to just be a ton of belts. So what I do need to do is to be on the global grid, have a platform. I think that's going to be enough clearance for water if I go from here. 7. Snap to guidelines. What level? What level do I want this? Not in that tree. How about right there? What does that look like? Oh crap, it's on zoop mode. Zoop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. I would actually want it to go the other way. I would want it to go out that way. Is that what I would want? I feel like I'd want this to be a skinny platform, actually. So I'd go something like that with a skinny platform. Like that. And maybe at the top there. And this would be our base for this thing. And I could get a ramp going up to this. Okay. There we go. And this would be the start of the ingesting of all of our belts. I want to go run this kind of right up to the wall where we'll have vertical loaders bringing stuff in, but that's kind of the idea. Aren't there even similar platforms to unlock? Your memory is hazy. Similar platforms to unlock. I honestly don't remember all the platforms you can unlock. Let's have it snap to there. Snap to there. Yeah. I honestly don't remember. Okay. So this will be iron coming in that will eventually feed into there. I do remember that there are platforms you can run tubes through that have like these weird curved shapes and all that kind of stuff. A lot of that I think is unlocked through the awesome shop that I haven't done yet. But let's see, I got a bunch of stuff, right? Leaves, yeah, leaves into here. Wood into here. Got biofuel. Let me throw in biomass that I currently have. Actually, I want 200 biomass because I can use that to do a research thing. How much can I fill these? I could throw all of my fuel in here. I don't want to do all of my fuel, but okay, just make sure those are running. Oh yeah, there's walkways too. Walkways are different than platforms. Yeah, there's skinnier ones that let you not take up the entire space, but be able to walk on them. All right, that was completed. We can now scan for slugs, I think. Haven't found yellow ones yet. What was the other thing? Ah, I actually need more fungus among us for that. I'm gonna actually throw some excess biomass in here so I don't lose that for stuff. What's the difference between a skinny and that other platform? Why even make the other one if this is perhaps cheaper? They're the same cost, I think. Yeah, every foundation type costs exactly the same. It's simply for looks. Like, this is going to be the base of my entire factory, so I want it to be thicker, but that is like in just a less important area, so like the thinner look looks better to me. All right, it is time for our last break. I only have about an hour. Man, I want to play some more of this. But let me see if I can... I need these guys. I need iron plates. And we need reinforced iron plates, 50 and 200 concrete. So that's what we'll work on next, getting that done, because that'll let me do the stackable things. But really quickly, my friends, I do have to stand up, stretch, use my take my last break of the day. Do a quick, I want to do my own save. New save. Rand. The base. Alright, cool. And really quickly, my friends, I'm standing stretch, use restroom. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the Satisfactory. I always have a blast playing this game. When we come back, we'll do unlock more stuff. Y'all rock.